Someone else who is young and talented, he will be giving his expert analysis.
Talented, I don't know about young.
In Game 1 tonight, live from San Antonio. He clearly got the memo to wear the gray blazer with the black tie and the white shirt. Thank you, C-Webb, joining us on Game Time.
Happy New Year, fellas. Yeah, great minds think alike, bro. You know how it is.
Hey, you know how we do. Now Webb, you've been in situations in your career coming back playing against your former team in that arena. You know, you go back to Golden State, you go back to Washington, etc. You know, a lot of emotions are there. What feelings and emotions are going through a player's head as they visit a place they once called home like Kawhi is going to do tonight?
Yeah, you just want to do everything you can. I remember going to Golden State and being ready to play. And after missing a play, I dove on the floor and dislocated my shoulder. And it was a play in which I shouldn't have dove on the floor for, but I had so much energy that it took me out the game. It took me out for almost a half a year, and then I had to wait until Golden State came to our arena, and they got a 40-piece and a triple-double. You know, you got to throw that in there. But the whole time you were angry and you were waiting for them. You know, you feel, you know, I don't know if you saw the quote by DeRozan today who said, you know, he felt like it was the girl that he wanted to marry and he didn't get to marry her. And that's pretty strong terms. But, you know, he's been there for 9 years, the only 9 professional years that he knew, and he put it on the map. And to me, he's the best Raptor ever. No, he's not better. I have a better body of work than T-Mac or a better body of work than Vince Carter. But as far as in that organization, he's the best they've ever had because he leads them in so many franchise categories. So just imagine you set the tone. This new millennium, players know this place because of you. Not many players want to go there because they go through customs every game, because they don't have the same TV setup, because it's a hockey town or a hockey country. And so I think he felt like he took a lot of sacrifice on and that he carried that banner proud. And it hurts you when you're like, me? You want me to go after what I did for you? And so you understand what he's going through, but he understands as well it's a business, and he's playing some of the best basketball of his career right now.
You know, C-Webb, if you look at the overall structure now of the Toronto Raptors, you know, the one question I asked, you know, for you were upset going back. And now we have Leonard going back, Kawhi. Would you go over, if you're Kawhi, and go to each member of their staff before the game, or you would wait till after the game when it's not in public? What would you do if you were Kawhi Leonard?
Well, I really don't have nothing to say. I didn't have nothing to say to nobody till the game started. You know, truthfully, I was going back to play against Juwan, and I had been talking to him every day, so it was cool to go hug him and say what's up. But I mean, it's not a kumbaya moment, or y'all would have wanted me here. Like, let's not get emotional now. I got some work to do. Y'all got to get this business. Then we can talk about hi, goodbye. But you know how it is, Kenny. When guys got traded from your team and you missed them, it wasn't personal against you. You would go over there and hug the guy. So I'm sure he's.
Are you going to hug Popovich? That's what I'm asking, C-Webb.
No,
would you hug Popovich?
No. But I did just talk to Popovich, Kenny.
Right.
And it's so funny what he just said, and I'm going to try to reiterate during the show tonight. What he said is, listen, that whole comment about not being a leader, he said this is how it went down. Someone said to him, hey, listen, who's the leaders of your team? He said Patty Mills and I forgot the other player, Danny Green and Patty Mills. And that's what he said. And the guy said, wait, Kawhi Leonard wasn't a leader? And he said, well, that wasn't his role. We were trying to make him into the best player on the team. And also, he was hurt all last season, so he couldn't be the leader in the locker room. Now, that's what Coach Popovich just told me.
It's still a shot.
He told me that it was
still a
overblown.
Shot. It's still a
Kenny,
shot.
I'm with you. He told me it was overblown, and that's not what it is. Because this is what I said the whole time, Kenny. This is a leader. I don't care if you can talk, if you can't see, if you can't hear. If the best person in the world has the ball and you need a stop, who do you ask to go check that man? That's the leader of your team. and you know how it is. A lot of guys are rah-rah. A lot of guys talk all that. But you kind of want that guy that you can depend on. And to me, dependability makes you a leader, not necessarily what you say. So that's Pop's story. And, you know, he said he and Kawhi had texts during the summer. Kawhi didn't return his last text. I'm not surprised. But we'll see. It should be a good one tonight.
It's going to be a good one indeed. C-Webb, thanks for joining us, my man. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate you, but no, I would not be hugging Pop.
No
Kenny,
hugging?
You know
okay, there it is. I'm just checking, brother.
Hugging,
I wouldn't be hugging
I'd throw you the deuces and keep walking, man.
I'd point at you.
Yeah.
Give you one of those.
That magic,
The head nod.
The head nod.
Yo, you get the head nod.
That's it. That's
So-
it. Keep on
so-
walking, like CeCe Peniston once said. So tonight, Kawhi Leonard back at home.
He didn't-
Point total.
He didn't return his text. That's funny.
How many is Kawhi going for tonight?
He's going for that W, man. I think overall, he's never been a guy who's been a stat guy. So, you know, he had 45 the last game out, but I would imagine that he didn't say to himself, I'm trying to get 40 tonight. You know, you play against Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's like, I'm going to get 40. You play against Michael Jordan, you know, true story, when we played against Sacramento, and Reggie Theus had said some not so kind things about Michael. And he said, Kenny, just let him know I'm coming for 50 tonight. And he said he wants to get 50. He got 49 and was mad. I'll tell you that much. But that's another story. But those guys come at you differently. Kawhi Leonard is, I'm going to do everything to make my team win. And at the end of the game, you're going to look at it. DeMar DeRozan is more of a scorer type guy. So he's a guy who I would look for big numbers to show his old team that I got 30, 40 points on you and you couldn't stop me. Kawhi has never been that type of player. So I think that he might be, we had the other night 5 times 5, that means 5 in every
Nurkic,
category.
yeah.
We might see that from Kawhi.
So there's no chance. We've seen Kawhi has been unflappable. He doesn't really show too much emotion, but this is something that we've never seen him going back to a place to where he said he put his blood, sweat, and tears for. You don't think the emotions are going to take control?
Oh, the emotions are there. You know, but we heard his laugh this summer for the first time. So I don't know how his emotional output is going to be. If he's excited, I don't know what that's going to sound like because I didn't understand the laugh. So I have no idea, but I know he's emotional. There's no player in the world that would not be. There's the laugh. So there's no player in the history of basketball who got traded wouldn't be emotional in this, and especially what he's done for that city and that franchise. And the same with DeMar. There's no guy who would not be emotional playing against their former team. What DeMar has done for the Toronto Raptors in the 2000s. So, you know, he became the new Vince Carter. He became the face of Toronto.
Very true. It's going to be interesting to see what happens because San Antonio, they've beat the Toronto Raptors franchise 9 straight games in their building. So
Can I hear that laugh one more time?
A monumental. Where's the Kawhi laugh? Kenny, the Jets.